Yo, what it do? This your boy Chizzy, and I'm gonna take you behind the beat for Khalil and Justin Bieber's Playtime.
Khalil. Playtime is over.
Say what?
Over.
Say what?
I got no time to play no games with you.
Cool, so before I even got started on the track, I kind of had in mind the vibe and what I was going for. So I kind of wanted to do something that was R&B, but still had a bit of flair pop in it, but I wanted to keep a dark tone to it at the same time. So the first thing that I started with was the drums. So I'll go through and break those down. So initially, I started with the basic pattern, just a kick. Well, I got two kicks, so a basic kick. And then I added another layer to that kick to make it a bit bigger. And then I added my snares. So that was the basic pattern. I think I had this hi-hat. So I added this hi-hat just to give something a bit of a more modern feel. You know, that's something people are used to hearing. So after I did this pattern, I hit up Trey and I sent him these drums, and I was telling him like the vibe that I was going for, and one of the references was actually another song that I had produced for Chris Brown called I Can't Win, and I was telling him that I kind of wanted something that had like a dark tone, a bit of pop elements to it, but I also wanted to kind of give like an R&B feel, and I'll kind of elaborate more on that too. But so yeah, so after sent that, and then he hopped on the guitar, and this is the riff that we came out with. So after we had this part, we just started building and adding on top of that. So you have, that's your intro that you had at the very beginning. I just added some small details. So I added like a crash and some hi-hats, some more hi-hats that picks up the song. So this is what you have here. So that gives you just some more movement to the song. Then I added another hi-hat. So that's what you hear here. And then from there, I got ready to break the track down. So I added a snare roll as a transition. So here goes this. So that's what happens there. So after I added all those elements, I went on to build the track out from there. So a good bit of the song is done, and pretty much what you hear the first, beat that I played. The breakdown at the end is kind of where I really went into the track and added all the details. So those are your drums. I'm gonna go through and take a look at the guitars now. So you heard the main guitar earlier. That's this right here. So then we kind of have like a little repeating line that gives a bit more movement. So I'll add that in. So that's kind of going on in the background. And then we have this kind of like an ambient guitar sound, but it's kind of doing the harmonic notes. So that's what's here. So those are your guitars, and once we got those guitars down, I ended up layering a ton of keys and some synths. So I'll go through and kind of break those down, and then I'll play the bass here, and yeah, we'll rock out from there. So here goes our breakdown. So there goes the guitars. So the first thing I did was these keys, so I'll play those. And the keys that I played are these are like R&B stuff. So this is where what took it from being just this pop guitar and drums. This is kind of what built it up. So I added those keys first. And then I added just kind of like some more ear candy to catch you. And then I just layered that with another instrument. And then I added some RHODES on top of that, so I'll play those. So You have that, and then the next things that I added are the synth parts. So on top of that, I added this little pluck instrument that you'll hear here. And then the next thing that I have is this ARP, this arpeggiator, kind of like a gated type thing, and I'll play that. So that's what you have going in the back. And I'm actually take out the guitars for a second so you can kind of hear some of the stuff without it. And then I added a pad lead on top of that. And then I added 2 more pads just to kind of give it a bit of a spacey feel. And then I have another layered pad coming in right after that. I have one pan to the left and pan to the right, so you get like a full stereo of it. And then from there, I added the low end. So my low end is this, I actually got 3 things on the low end. I have this low lead. And then on top of that, I have this this cool synth from, this lead synth from SYNTHS. And I actually automated it as well, which you can kind of see right here, just so it kind of builds. So it builds up, and then I have the cutoff go back down. And then after all of that, I added a lead guitar, and this is actually a synth guitar from Omnisphere. I added that on top, so here this goes. And that's it. Then the last thing I added after that was the bass. So I'll play this little breakdown part where you can hear all the elements. So that's the snare from earlier. Now I got this 808 sign. My transition. So yeah, and that's literally all the elements. You have your drums that I did earlier, the guitars, the keys, and the synths. Those are pretty much it. It's a simple track, but there's a lot of detail that went into it that made it sound so big. A bit about how the track got to Justin Bieber and Khalil. One of my homies, C Minor, was in touch with some of Justin's people. He hit me and was like, yo, do you have any tracks that'll fit for JB? And I'm like, yeah, I got this one joint. Sent the track over to him, and then he sent it over, and a couple months later, boom, we have this song. So there you have it. Yo, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Behind the Beat for Justin Bieber and Khalil's Playtime. You can follow me on all my social media networks down below. You can follow Trey. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube page because I'll be uploading more of these. I appreciate your comments and your feedback, and stay tuned. Peace.
One more time before I get